I know, right? Picky eater likes the McRib? Well, let's check it out. Welcome to the Picky Eater channel. I'm Tony and I am the Picky Eater. And the McRib, it doesn't sound like something that the Picky Eater would like, right? I mean, I don't know, as long as I can remember, they've had McRibs on the menu seasonally at different McDonald's around the country. And I've always seen the commercials and said, oh, that does not look good. I mean, it's chopped, pressed, and formed rib. It's probably, who knows if it's even real rib meat. Well, according to the package, it says tender, tangy, tasty, real pork. Tempted? Well, so, you know, a friend of mine was like, dude, you haven't tried the McRib. You got to try the McRib. Well, one of the things that I didn't like about the McRib when I saw the commercials, it had those big fat onions on there. And you know, onions are my enemy. It's like my mortal enemy. No onions. No, but I do like Funyuns, so I don't know. It's kind of a weird dichotomy. So I decided to go try one of these. I went in there, I said, no onions, please. I got one, and it turned out it's freaking awesome. I love the McRib. Now, if you're new to the channel, I live in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. While it's paradise, it's beautiful. It's a sandbar sticking out on the east coast of North Carolina right into the Atlantic Ocean. Water is beautiful and warm during the summer. But, you know, we are very limited when it comes to chains. We have, you know, one Wendy's, one Burger King, one KFC Taco Bell. There are 3 McDonald's here. And so you would think, well, maybe we would have the McRib. Last year, we didn't have the McRib, and I was so very sad. I was like, well, maybe we're just not going to have the McRib anymore. So I found an app called the McRib Locator, and I was like, it's out there. Why don't we have it? So I let it go that year. I was like, well, maybe they just aren't going to have it. Then this year, it didn't show up at our local McDonald's. So I was like, well, I guess we're just not going to get it. Maybe it's not in our region. Well, a friend of mine had to go out of town, and he was like 3 hours away. And he comes back and he goes, you know what I had today? I said, what? And he goes, McRib. I was like, what? McRib? Where's my McRib? And as it turns out that I called our McDonald's and, you know, bless the guy that I talked to. Seemed like a really nice guy. But he took my call and he answered my questions. He said, look, man, I'm really sorry. Our McDonald's chain here locally voted for it, but we're part of the Baltimore region, which, dude, I don't even understand how that works. We're in North Carolina, you know, we're as far away from Baltimore as you could be, but we are on the East Coast, so I don't know. But either way, he said that the Baltimore region and the rest of the restaurants decided not to do it, so we have to follow along with that. We're trying to simplify our menu. And to that effect, why is it, you know, I understand that you're going to do breakfast all day long, but why breakfast is the only thing, when I go to the drive-thru, that's the only thing I can see. I can't even figure out, well, what are your cheeseburgers and what are the, you know what I mean? It's just all breakfast, but that's beside the point. The point really is that I felt like I was being punished with no McRibs. Oh man, and I thought the McRib, actually what I read is that the McRib is what helps them with their fourth quarter because everybody loves it. It's a limited time thing. Everybody goes to get it. All right, so sadly my friend didn't bring me one home. He was like, well, how am I going to bring you that home? It's a soggy mess. So I called another one of my friends who lives about 3 hours away and around the same area where he picked that up. Her name is Lee, and she is a school teacher and just a sweet, sweet girl. Well, she told me, go ahead and text me exactly what you want. And this is what I did. I got it with sauce on the side, no onions. So it's basically just the patty inside that wonderful bread. And they had them 2 for $4, so we got 4 of those. So what I did is I wrapped them up in wax paper, and then I packed them into a bag, and I froze 3 of them. And then I've got one of these that's ready down in the refrigerator. So yeah, this is my dream kitchen right here. I use a green screen. My wife and I are like, that's the kitchen we'd like to have. Sadly, mine is more of a 1970s kitchen. I live in a condo. So I'm going to take you down to my semi-sad kitchen, and we're going to prepare this so you can see how I'm going to do it to make it fresh. They actually gave me like a whole coffee cup full of the barbecue sauce, which is crucial to the success of a McRib. Will it be at least as fresh and good as it is when you get them straight from the McDonald's? Well, we're about to find out. All right, so we got Luke over here. He's going to be sitting in the other room while I'm doing this cooking. He's going to be like, man, that McRib smells so good. Pardon the mess, it's a puppy, and he just tears everything up. Right, Luke? Hey, buddy? All right, so we're trying out my new GoPro camera, and I'm not sure how the audio is going to go, but this is a good test for it. So this is the McRib, and this is what I've done. I've actually packaged it with wax paper, wrapped it up, and I put it inside a plastic bag. And then we've got the barbecue sauce, which is extremely important for a quality McRib. And that's what we've got there. And I've got this little baking pan. And of course the oven, I'm just going to set this at about 375 on bake. Good to go there. And just to show you what I've got here in the freezer, all the rest of them, I've packaged them up like this. They're all wrapped up like the other one, double wrapped in plastic, and then stuck in the freezer. You know, because you can't just really expect these things to last very long in a refrigerator. All right, so we've got this out of the bag. We'll just open her up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take these pickles off of here. We'll put them over there. We're just gonna take, look at that. That's what they look like before they're put in the barbecue sauce. I know it doesn't look all that appetizing, but it is so good. And we're just gonna put it in there like that. And we're just gonna put that rib inside there. Oh yeah. Delightful. Okay, so we're just gonna leave that in there for, I don't know, like 5 or 10 minutes or something like that. There's no science to it. It's the only way to actually get it fresh. So the patty itself should be cooked, the bread will still be fresh, and I'll probably maybe warm that up in the microwave, wrap a paper towel around it or something like that to get that a little bit fluffed out so it's not cold. We'll put the bread on this paper towel like that. Kind of hard to do this one-handed, but there we go. So that's ready to go in the microwave. Probably just like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Okay, so I don't want to heat this stuff up all together in one little thing, so I'm just going to take some of it out. I'm going to put it in a ramekin here. Oh, yes. I do have 4 of these, so I have to preserve some of this. So I'll just heat this stuff up at the last minute, and then we'll just swaddle that thing with barbecue sauce. So it's looking pretty good. I mean, I don't really know how to tell when it's done. I really just want to heat it up, and I don't want to microwave it because I don't want it to get rubbery, or any more rubbery than it already is. So I'm going to put it in there for just a couple more minutes, and it'll be ready to go. All right, so I think that that patty is just about done, so we're going to go ahead and drop this in the microwave. We're just going to go 15 seconds. Okay, that's done. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna zap it. My wife's gonna kill me because I didn't put the lid on there first, but hey, whatever. Perfect. Let's get this over here. Oh man. This is gonna be good. You know, if you're a McRib fan, you get it. If you're not, well, you're probably scratching your head right now. Put them pickles back on there. Put the top back on there, and we are good to go. All right, well, let's take this back up to the studio. All right, so I thought the camera was recording, but it wasn't, so I've already taken a couple of bites of this. I did bring plenty of paper towels up here because this is going to be a messy sandwich. I think the only flaw in my mastermind plan was that I forgot McDonald's French fries because that's really a necessary component in this meal. But you know what? No matter. I've got 3 more of these in the freezer. Second chances are always great, and I'll get some of those for the next one. But this is so delicious. Like I said, I've already had a couple bites. In my exuberance, I was very excited. It's just got all kinds of barbecue sauce on it, and oh man. This is fast food, junk food heaven. It is wonderful. And it says that it's made of real pork. I mean, I don't know if it really is or not. Still got the barbecue sauce. It's all squeezing out the sides and everything. And it's kind of crispy, you know, because I put this patty in the oven and crisped it up. Oh, man. I mean, it's not the ideal way to get a McRib, but you got to do what you got to do. When the McRibs are 3 hours away and you'd have to make a day trip just to go get a McRib, you know, you want to savor them. And you can't just, you know, especially like this, if you were to just stick it in your car and take it home, that would never work because it would just be a soggy mess when you got home. Got to have that bread intact, and you want to have a little bit of crisp on your McRib patty. That is so delightful. I don't know what these things are made of. I've heard people say that they're made of, like, you know, the material they make mats out of and stuff. Probably a barbecue sauce on my face. But it does say tangy, tasty, real pork. You know, so I don't know. Now, I know there's going to be some McRib purists that are going to say, dude, no onions? I'm sorry, man. Again, onions are my mortal enemy. I do not eat them, and it's just perfect without them. That's really quite amazing. I want to thank my friend Lee Hucks, school teacher, friend, and, well, just a sweet lady who took the time to stop at the McDonald's and get these. And no thanks to the McDonald's in my area and the Baltimore area or whatever, Baltimore region or district of McDonald's. Yeah, you suck without getting me the McRib. I'm just so sad, but at least I got a couple. Now, you know that barbecue sauce that they put on these things, that they slather them in? That is really a necessary component. So, you know, if you're going to try to do something like this, or maybe you're traveling and you see they have them and they don't have them in your town, just say, hey, can I get it on the side? And they put it like a whole coffee cup full of it. Well, I didn't really intend for you to sit here through my whole eating of this McRib, but there it is. All gone. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. What a great way to end 2016. I know I just made a pic of myself on YouTube with the McRib. I'm sorry you had to see that. It's probably not pretty. But it goes to show that while I am a picky eater and I won't eat a lot of stuff, and I do eat like a 3-year-old, some foods that people are like, dude, no way would I eat that. I'll definitely eat it. McRib, that's one of them. I know this channel is relatively new, and if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please make sure that you click that subscribe button right down below the video. It's free to do. It doesn't cost you anything. Definitely helps me out, and I really want to grow this channel. I have some great plans for 2017, and I'd like you to be along with me. Likes and comments are always good, and it helps the video in ranking, so if you want to do that, I'd really appreciate that. I do have a Instagram and a Facebook for this, and I'll put those down in the description. And if you have suggestions for anything you would like to see here on the Picky Eater channel, I'd love for you to leave them down in the comments as well. That's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Picky Eater channel.